In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the most popular project management tools for content creators, agencies, or in general, small distributed teams that are working online. So if you want to learn more about tools that can help you get things done, or if you're not satisfied with the current system you're using to manage your tasks, please stay tuned to learn more. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sophia. I'm a business manager and I have been a project manager for the past 10 years of my life. I have worked a lot in big companies and in big teams. And for the past 3 years, I have worked exclusively with businesses that are working online or have some sort of connection with the digital world. And through this experience, I had the opportunity to work with different tools and to test them and to see how they work in practice. So I'm happy to bring this knowledge and experience to you through this video. Let's start our journey through the digital project management tools with Asana. Asana is one of the first tools that I used when I started working as an online entrepreneur. And I liked the way that it was organized. I liked the way that I could easily assign tasks, etc. I think Asana is made for smaller to bigger teams, and it has a lot of possibilities. What happened with Asana was that a few years back, Asana as a company focused more on becoming bigger and growing and less on product development. And that showed. I remember myself that I was looking for some extra features from Asana and they were not there. And the usual story when there are market inefficiencies, when there is something missing from a product, two things happen. One, there is an army of consultants and specialized developers that are, raising the hand and are ready to help you overcome the inefficiencies of the tool. There are many Asana consultants out there. And the second one is that competition picks up. So some of the tools we will see after, they grew because people were not satisfied with Asana. Asana realized that, I think, a year or a couple of years ago, and they put a lot of effort in developing the product. And now Asana is a tool that has more or less everything that the other tools have. The only downside is the price. In order to get all the features that Asana provides, you need to buy the business version. So let's switch to my computer screen and I will show you exactly what I mean. Just for the purpose of this video, I signed up for a trial version of Asana, which demonstrates exactly how Asana looks like. So you have a home screen where you can add your tasks, your priorities. It can really show you how your week is going. There is another screen with just the tasks that are assigned to you. Going down to the lower side of the left screen, you can really have different folders with different projects. And for each project, you can have different ways to view the project, whether it's a list or a board or a timeline, etc. Of course, depending on the version you have, you don't have access to all these views. Now, this is something to keep in mind when we are talking about value for money. Asana also offers things that are very important when it comes to managing your projects, like this reporting feature that shows you really how your team is doing over different projects. They also have this portfolio feature where you can have a quick look through all the projects that you have, and you can see what's their status. This is really a quick way for project managers to understand what is going on. I think this is very useful if you have a business model where you work with different clients and you want to make sure that you stay on top of every project. The sad news is that you can only have the reporting portfolios and goals, if I'm not mistaken, if you buy the business version of Asana. So coming back to the screen, if I would rate Asana in terms of ease of use, I would say Asana gets 2 out of 5 stars. It's easy to get started. It's easy to assign tasks to yourself. But if you are managing a bigger and a more complex team or complex project, then there is a learning curve. When it comes to value for money, I rate Asana again with 2 out of 5, not because Asana doesn't offer value, but because you have to pay a lot more than you would pay if you would buy ClickUp, for example. Thirdly, Asana is suitable if you have a medium or a bigger team. If you are just yourself, if you are yourself with 2 other persons, I suggest you invest your money and your time in one of the other tools I'm going to talk about after. And finally, when it comes to being able to have an overview of the different projects that you have, Asana hits the mark here with 4 out of 5, as long as you buy the business version. Now, let's talk about a tool that is totally different, but it's becoming very popular among content creators. And that tool is called Notion. Notion started out as a note-taking tool. It's a tool where you can store information about, the books you read, the people you meet, anything that comes to your mind, notes from your courses. And because it has the capability to work as a database, it provides also the capability to use it as a project management tool. In actual fact, I think Notion can become a great project management tool as long as you have the time and the energy, or someone else to help you with that, to basically set it up as a project management tool. It has a lot of flexibility. You can do a lot with it. It looks beautiful and it can do a lot of things, but you have to set it up. It's not an out-of-the-box tool. You have to really spend the time to put things together. If you are the kind of person that likes bullet journaling and likes beautiful things, you will love Notion. As I said, it has enormous capabilities. The only downside with Notion is that either you have to spend time to set it up, or you need to buy a template, or you need to hire an expert to set it up as you like. I'm going to switch back to my screen and show you what it looks like. This is just an empty Notion actually, but just to give you an idea, you can have pages where you can, put a beautiful picture. You can add your yearly goals and then see them every day. You can have some kind of journal where you add your reflections. You can connect it to applications. I have here Readwise, and it shows the lines that I highlighted in different books I read. You have an endless possibility. You can have a reading list. It's like an empty canvas that you can draw, and you can make it as beautiful as possible. And the great thing about Notion is that it has become very popular with YouTubers. If you like to watch YouTube videos, you can certainly find YouTubers that are sharing templates. One of them is Thomas Frank. I will put the link to his channel down in the comments for you to check him out. But yeah, going back to a general overview of Notion, when it comes to ease of use, if you want to use it as a project management tool, it takes a bit of effort to set it up. So in terms of ease of use, I will give it 1 out of 5. You need to find templates, you need to learn how it works. When it comes to value for money, I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. The app itself is not that expensive. You can use it, for free for your personal use. If you want to use it with your team, it comes right now at about $8 a month per user, which is cheaper compared to Asana that we talked about before. But if you're the sort of person that doesn't have a lot of time in their hands, then you will probably have to pay someone to set it up and make it work for you, and that will cost some extra money. That's why it's getting 3 stars and not 5. Notion is made for smaller teams and individuals. I wouldn't recommend Notion for bigger teams because you're creating a system that is essentially custom made, and as you're growing, you might want to change things, and you will have to spend a lot of time making even a small change. And when it comes to giving you an overview of what is going on in the different projects, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Yes, you can have a great overview with great graphics, with connections to different places in Notion to give you different information. So for that, Notion, you get 4 out of 5. The next tool on the list is Trello. Trello is one of the tools that I used a lot and I love it so much because I like things to look beautiful and I like simple things. Trello is just that. A simple tool where you can add all the things you need to do for a project, all the tasks, and then you can move them through the stages Kanban style. It's a tool that is not made for teams with multiple projects or bigger teams, I think, but it's very good if you're a smaller team, 1 to 3 persons. It helps to get a quick understanding of how the project is going and where you need to go. The other good thing about Trello is that you can find many templates for Trello and you can find them either for free or paid. And when it comes to doing things, achieving things, I think having a good project template helps you achieve much more than any other training in the world. Let me show you. Here on the screen, you can see a template of an editorial calendar. Mind you, I have many templates for Trello, but I'm showing this one because it's free, it's public, so nobody's going to get upset for copyright. But you can see what it looks like. Each of these squares is a task or is an idea for a post. And if you open this, you can see all the items that need to be done so that we can publish this post. And then as we go through, for example, I like this one. So when the graphic is ready, you can also put the graphic in here. And you can have labels. And this gives you a very visual way of managing your tasks and your projects. You can see, for example, how many of the items in the checklist are completed. You can see these colored labels and you can quickly understand what is happening. And you can have here a list of all the posts that you published before, so you can quickly decide what to do next. This is just a template for editorial calendar, but it gives you an idea how Trello works. The downside of Trello is that it is very simplified. Each board is a project, and if you want to have an overview of all the projects you have to create automations where you are copying things from the different projects you have into a central projects board. And then when it comes to having a bigger team, when it comes to having more complexity in your business, it becomes, clunky. I wouldn't recommend it. But when it comes to personal projects, when it comes to projects, when it comes to a small team, Trello is the tool you want. Let's go to the rating. So when it comes to rating, ease of use, I give Trello 5 out of 5 stars. It's very easy to use. Even if you want to create automations, you can easily learn them. And the fact that there are templates out there to help you makes starting with Trello very, very quick. When it comes to value for price, I give it 3 out of 5. It's relatively cheap. You can do a lot with the free version. If you want to have more views or more automations, you can buy the team version. I'm not convinced though that Trello is a tool that can be used by teams. So that's why I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, because I think it's great if you are one person and you use the free version. I don't think it's worth buying the paid versions. When it comes to suitability, Trello is definitely suitable for small teams or individuals. When it comes to project overview, I give it 1 out of 5. I have seen when I was researching that there is a possibility to have a dashboard and to get an overview of your boards. But honestly, I don't think that you can get the same kind of overview you get in Asana or in ClickUp or in Monday.com. So for that reason, you get only 1 star, Trello, sorry. Now let's move on to my personal favorite. I have to say I'm a little bit biased. And my personal favorite is ClickUp. I started using ClickUp when I started working with multiple clients, working with multiple projects. And at the time, I wasn't a big fan of Asana. So I liked the fact that ClickUp was offering me the possibility to have different views of my tasks and a dashboard that I could customize to what I want. ClickUp is an out-of-the-box solution for project management. It doesn't have as much flexibility in terms of customization as Notion, but it has a lot more features than Asana has or Trello has. Let me switch my screen a little bit to show you what I mean. It looks like this. You have the possibility to create different spaces if you're working with different clients, and under each space to create folders and to create different lists. And each list is basically a project. I'm just showing you here just a sample. You can see the tasks in a list. You can see the tasks in a board, just like Trello. You can also have a Gantt chart or a timeline or a calendar. So depending on your style, you can have different ways that you can view each project. And then you can add different custom fields here and many, many more. You can also have documents. You can have a whiteboard where you can, use it when you're strategizing a project with your team. And you can also embed things like Google Docs or calendars or even YouTube videos. In addition to the different views for the projects, you can also set up your goals within ClickUp, and you can have different dashboards where you can, manage your meetings. For example, this is a dashboard for the meeting. You can have a dashboard that works as an onboarding document for a client. You can do a lot of things with ClickUp. As I said before, it's my favorite because it has a structure. I don't have to do a lot of custom developing. I can easily add members. They get these reminders when things are due, and I have everything I need there. And plus, I find the pricing of ClickUp really good. You can get all the features that Asana gives you with half the price. What else can I say? Let's go back to the rating. Ease of use. I give ClickUp 3 out of 5 stars. There is a learning curve to get there. Some things are not very intuitive unless you have experience in project management. So you will need someone to set it up for you. But once it's set up, once you start using it, then it's pretty easy to use. When it comes to value for money, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I think you're getting the value of the money you pay. It is suitable for teams, mainly if you have a team of, let's say, 10 persons, 20 persons, 40 persons, then I suggest you buy ClickUp. And then finally, when it comes to having an overview of your projects, I give ClickUp 5 out of 5. You can have a good overview of your projects, of your goals. You can create custom dashboards, and you don't have to pay gold to have that. The last one I want to talk about is Monday.com. Monday.com is a tool that is becoming also very popular among teams that are distributed. Monday.com looks a lot like Asana and ClickUp, but the difference is that when you start out with Monday.com, you get these templates that you can implement right away for your projects, and you don't have to think about it a lot. So it's simple to use, and you have also the possibility, just like the other ones, to have different views like Kanban, like Gantt views, and dashboards as well. What's surprising me about Monday.com is that even though it has less features than ClickUp, it comes with a high price tag. I think they are basing this high price tag on big companies that they have as clients, but I don't know, I'm not convinced. Having said that, I don't have anything to say against Monday.com aside from the price. So let's go back to the rating. When it comes to ease of use, I would say 4 out of 5. It's pretty easy to get started. You get these out-of-the-box templates, And yes, you have the capability to customization, to add custom fields, but it's really easy to do that. When it comes to value for money, I would give it, I don't know, this is hard. I guess 3 stars. If I am buying Monday.com for a team and not only for myself, then the price tag at this moment that I'm filming this video, which is March 2022, Monday.com is more expensive. When it comes to the size of the team, it's suitable for small to medium to larger teams. And when it comes to having an overview of your project, yes, you can have that. You can have different dashboards. You can have a good overview of your projects with Monday.com. This was a quick and dirty overview of the project management tools that I have used throughout the last 3 years. I would love to get your opinion of this. Please let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite and what kind of characteristics are you looking into a project management tool. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I am going to do more videos on project management, on managing your productivity. I think productivity has a lot to do with getting things done, and I would love to have you together with me in my journey.